Hey, what's up, guys? It is Micro Matt here. Today we're gonna be reacting to a video by Rev Says Desu. Creators reject lies about his character's identity, and the Twitter backlash is genuinely hilarious. I'm going to try to be the most unbiased person here, but I'm just going to tell you the facts how it is. If you do not own the character and you want to ship it or something like that, or say they're strayed by or something like that, you're welcome to say that. But if the creator says otherwise, then what the creator says is what that character will be labeled as. And like you're always welcome to make fan art and stuff like that, fan fiction. There's no problem with that. But like my problem is where people take it too far and they get upset because your character didn't go adhere to their views, like go with the way they felt like it should go. I dislike it when people do that shit. Fuck the fly. Like I'm somebody who loves commission art and all that. I don't care. I don't really label my character to a certain sexuality because I just really don't care. But some people do. Like some people actually like to write stories and like have canon for their characters. So yeah, I can understand this. But I'll be again like there'll be a link to this video down in the description below, as well as their channel. Let's get into this.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So in this video, we're going over another round of Terminally Online.
Wait, it's National Men's Health Awareness Month. I didn't know June was that. I thought that was last month. Men's mental health awareness. Mental health. I don't know. I don't know
Social
this.
media
I don't
users
think I've heard this
attacking
one
people
before.
over fictional content. This time, we're going to see the creator of a show canceled by his own fans after dispelling their.
They're not real fans if they just turn on you because you act. They say that this character's bi, and then you come out. You're the creator, and you come out and say they're not, and then they attack you. They're not fans. I'm sorry. They're just fucking little gremlins. That's what they are. That's me. I'm being as nice as I can be right there. I will be nice. I will play nice for now.
Headcanon about his own character's identity. And based on the fact this is a very special time of the year for these fans, they're accusing the timing of promoting bigotry among other things. Because
I hate that. It's always like, dude, like that is the stupidest argument I always hear. It don't even have to be Pride Month for people to try to say bigotry because you want to say something that doesn't adhere to their views. If you're pro like men's mental health and all that, and people will call you a bigot for that. Dude, you get called for a bigot just for doing pretty much anything. If somebody just disagrees with you, you're bigot because they disagree with you. I find it to be stupid and just it waters down the word's meaning because it's just overused, just like some other words that they like to use that I can't say on YouTube because YouTube will 100% take down this video.
it is June 1st, which means it's National Men's Health Awareness Month. Fellas, I'm going to take a moment to talk to you. I know life can get very hard sometimes, but just know taking care of your mental and physical health is very important. You're not alone in this.
It's very true. I'm going to say a short deal. When I was in high school, I've had two friends. I'm not, again, I won't say names or anything like that. Shit, my head's bleeding. I've had two friends in high school. It's real sad, but they both ended up taking their own lives. I can't remember how one did it. I do remember one got a rope and did it from a ceiling fan. I can't tell you what he did with that rope, but that's what it involves. It hurts, it stings, and my condolences. I'm sorry. My condolences go out to his family because they're the ones that found him. I can't imagine the pain that they felt. Remember, you always have somebody. You always have friends, family, somebody that you can talk to. There's always going to be somebody who would rather talk to you than attend your funeral. I'd rather talk to you right now. I'd rather talk to you tomorrow. I'd rather talk to you whenever the fuck you want to talk than have to read about your death in the paper. I don't want to read that. I don't want to see that. It's sad. Yeah, we only have each other in the world.
And if you're going through a hard time, make sure you use resources available to you and also reach out to people because you matter
Gosh,
and
damn,
taking
my
care
head's
of
bleeding.
yourself is crucial. But of course, on June 1st, we know what else comes. The
Pride
round
Month.
of virtue signaling posts from every company out there, including those like Toei
Oh,
Animation. And during this time,
okay. I don't like Toei Animation for this, but there's also been a lot of hate on the company of Warframe or DE for their doing this Pride Month deal. I honestly don't like it. I think I think Pride Month in general is kind of stupid. But that's my personal belief. I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to. And I don't support the attack on DE because honestly, DE has done this for years. And I'm like, I think since the start of Warframe, they've always done Pride Month. I think. I can't guarantee that. But for the most part, like Warframe is just a community that's meant to be open to anybody and everybody. I don't like this. I personally don't care. Because like when Pride Month comes around, you know what I see that as? Oh, I basically get a bunch of free shit from the Warframe market. Or really cheap shit from the Warframe market. Some of it's really cool stuff, some of it's kind of lame shit. But hey, it's pretty much free. I don't have to play platinum. Sometimes I think they give out color palettes too. But I already got the color palette if they do. But like yeah, it's pretty neat. But like when it comes to toy animation, I want to say this with all due kindness. Aren't they based in Japan? This is their obviously this is their western side by the way. The only thing only their western side did this and the Japanese version still say the same, but the western side did not. I get like what I okay, I understand representing some of these people. I don't really get the whole need for a whole month for it, but like when the companies do it, I honestly will always feel like it is nothing more than just trying to attract more audience at the same time that they're just pushing away their current audience. Because I hate to say it, this kind of shit has built a bad rep for companies because it's been proven time and time again. It's just a virtue signal, and the second it proves to be way too controversial, they remove it. What was it do last time? I think it was Costco. They removed theirs
we see a lot of Termly Online
or something
users
like that.
feel emboldened to attack others and push their headcanon while feeling like they have some plot armor given the fact it's Pride Month for them. It comes as no
That's kind of funny.
surprise we're seeing examples like this where Superman is being called fascist for promoting a nuclear family structure. So when we go to shows like Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir, it's happening when the creator dispelled some headcanon about one of the characters' identity. Here's the full interaction. Some of the posts have been
Okay.
deleted.
Okay, Thomas, since it's Pride Month, I want to ask Marinette bisexual, yes or no? Yes, he confirmed it already. And then Thomas respond, no.
But basically,
It's funny.
someone assumes that a character is bisexual, another says the creator confirmed it, and the creator responds by simply saying no. And as you can see, people are canceling him because not only did it dispel their headcanon, it's also Pride Month. Now, make no mistake, when you look through the account of the creator here, this guy and his account is filled with activism and virtue signaling. His pinned post is saying
Oh,
capitalism is a death cult, which is very ironic for someone who likely has their show and makes a living off of it based on capitalism. If this guy wanted to live in the communist utopia I'm sure he yearns for, he wouldn't be making shows for a living. He would be assigned to the Sector 7.
I want to mention the cartoon they're talking about right now. If I remember correctly, this is like a cartoon made for kids. Like I've seen it pop up. I want to say rated like for like ages 6 and up, I want to say. I could be wrong. It might be about 8 or no. It's like a really PG kid show. And at best, I could say PG-13, but like there's no cursing or anything like that. I don't even think they suggest cursing. So I really say it's like a PG kid show. And the fact that he says these kind of things like is concerning. I would be really eyeballing that show to make sure there's nothing in there that I need to be afraid of. Like wouldn't be afraid my kid like picking up and learning something like that, thinking capitalism is good or some shit, because it's not. Capitalism, okay, if I remember right, is like capitalism in theory was good, but corruption is so prevalently going to happen, it makes it fucked. So that's the reason capitalism is honestly bad, because you can't stop corruption, and corruption is what fucks everything up. And it goes to censorship and all that shit too. But hey, in general, I prefer having my freedoms anyway. It's way more fun to be free, because I don't have to worry about like, hey, if I say this, am I gonna get arrested? Like that kind of bullshit.
Minds. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't change the fact that he made the right decision and stood up for himself and dispelled myths about his own character. But we're really seeing his own fan base and his own belief system eat each other alive in a very entertaining way. But here's the full interaction. So someone says, "Hey Thomas, since it's Pride Month, I want to ask, marionette bisexual, yes or no?"
I honestly would not have answered in Pride Month. I would have waited till next month. Well, actually, no, that's still a lie. I personally would answer it right away because it is more funny for me. But seeing that he is somebody probably who did not want controversy, he probably should have waited till next month.
And then another user says, "Yes, he confirmed it already," where Thomas, the creator, simply says no, which is
No.
more than enough than he needs to say in the situation. That's all you need to say, okay? People are creating headcanon and saying he confirmed it when in reality, he did no such thing. But you can see the angle people are taking, saying during Pride Month is evil. This is literally
During Pride Month, this during Pride Month is evil. This is literally breaking my heart. You are okay. Be nice. You're stupid. They asked a question. He gave an answer. Evil. Yes. Yes. Evil. This shouldn't say a fan account. This should say parody account. Because it's a joke. This is a funny fucking ass joke.
breaking my heart. This
Boo-hoo.
is a round of
Cry your heart
another
out.
group of people assuming they know more about a character than its creator.
Why is the author acting like he knows so much? Laugh my fucking ass. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because he wrote the character. No, that's a crazy take. But hey, if I wrote the character, if I wrote the character, I'm pretty sure I know more about that character than anybody else. Now you can write your own backstory for the character, but at the end of the day, if I wrote the character and it's my character, your shit's a fan story, a fanfic. That's what it was. And what I say will be taken as canon because what I say is canon because it's my character, my rules. Not to be harsh or anything, but I'm just saying.
It's a very embarrassing and narcissistic trend we see all the time on social media. But here's some of the responses. This totally normal person saying,
You don't know shit, you moron. I'm the one who calls these shots in this fucking thing. You said this in Portuguese.
don't know nothing, you moron. I'm the one who calls the shots in this effing thing. Here's another person saying, my love for me is bisexual. You'll have to accept that marionette straights will never be accepted.
You know, you'll have to accept that Marionette Straight will never be accepted. You know, I don't have to. Neither does he. Because whether you accept it or not doesn't, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. You can you can write all the shit you want, all the fanfics you want. The canon shit, she's straight.
Here's another person saying, straight marionette equals you're a fascist.
Again, I'm going to say this is not a fan account, this is a parody account because this is nothing but a joke. Because, like, tell me, like, make it make sense. I want somebody to make it make sense. You write a character, she's very obviously attracted to a dude. Now, yes, she can be bi. But, in your writing, in like, all your deal, like, you wanted her to be straight. So when people ask if she's bi and you tell her no, she's straight, how does that make you a fascist? Do tell me. Have you forced something on them, or are you pushing? You're not. You're not. It's your own character, your own show, and it's your own business, and nobody has to watch it. Man, that's crazy. And here's what I got to say. I'll say it the nice way I can. People like this, if you don't like it, I have news for you. There's fan comics and all that shit. You can go read all the fanfic you fucking want. You can take that as canon if that's what you want to do. You don't have to watch the show if you're that butthurt over getting the facts of the character.
Yes, that is fascism, apparently. First of all, he's not even confirming that the character is straight or anything. He's just saying, I never confirmed the character was bi.
You know what? He's right. That's my bad. I jumped to conclusions there. He did just say no, which does lead people to assume.
Unlike the posts that are claiming he did as such. But here's another interaction. This person quoting saying, deletes. Marionette will always be bi. Well, if you want the character to be bi,
Deletes. Marionette will always be bi. I'm like, I'm sorry. Since when did you make the rules the law? Reddit author fucking vibes. Or Reddit mod vibes, not author. Reddit mod vibes, man.
in your headcanon, that's fine. That's your world. But to claim that the creator confirmed this with no proof is what the issue is here. Here's another person offering some sterling feedback saying, she is by F you. And again, as always, you just look at the accounts and it speaks.
Multi-shipper. That's already one pretty problem right there. 17. Alright, so you can't make your own decisions for yourself yet. Bi. So you can't be bi. Well, no, actually, yeah, you can. I was thinking of something else. Gender fluid. I have no idea what that means. One small Google later. Ugh. Yeah, I don't want y'all to see that one. Okay, what is gender fluid? I don't know what that means. Let me actually look up what that means. What does gender fluid mean? Oop, my screen's lagging. Being gender fluid means having a gender identity that is not fixed. Oof, sorry. A person who is gender fluid may see their identity shift or fluctuate over the time. They might feel masculine or one day, might feel feminine. So in other words, they can't tell. Their like hormones are flipping the fuck out, and they can't tell if they want to be a man or a woman. So basically, whatever you're born biologically are, and if you're born with balls, you are a man. If you're not born with balls, well then you're a woman, I'd say. That's the way I view it. But like, hey, if you the closest you can get to being a woman from being a man is like cut your deals off, well, surgically get those removed. And I say, I'll call you a woman. I'm like close enough at least. But hey, I'll be respectful and kind to people though. Like I'm not gonna go sit there and try to disrespect people. Want to talk to them? Like I try to be friendly. As long as they respect me, I'll try to respect them. Sorry, was being a little mean there. Biggest fan, huh? Hmm.
For itself. But here's another quote
Well,
saying, F off. You're an old guy who
okay, you fuck off. You're an old guy who hates a fictional teenager. Your opinion doesn't matter. Marinette is a lesbian, and that's it. Again, translated from Portuguese. You're an old guy who wrote the character who hates a fictional teenager that he wrote. Your opinion doesn't matter of a character he wrote. Marinetta is a lesbian, and that's it. But it's not your character, and it's his character that he wrote, so it's his fucking say, not yours. I'm sorry, like some of these people just like I'm being trying to be nice, but like some of these people have some of the most delusional takes I think I've seen in a bit.
hates a fictional teenager. Your opinion doesn't matter. Marionette is a lesbian, and
Uh
that's
huh.
it. This is what
Tell me
happens when
more.
you tell these petulant children no. They're so entitled, so termly online, they are telling the creator that his own character is the way they want, not the way the creator wants. But
Can't
here's
believe it.
another interaction where people are desperately seeking validation through fiction.
She's polymorphous, though, right? I don't know what that is. Don't care. Okay. And it looks like the author deleted the original post because, like, probably all the like replies and all that shit. Either they felt bad or something. I don't know. I think if you need to justify anything like through a fictional character, you might want to take a step back and reevaluate evaluate your life. But that's just my thoughts.
Characters. This person asking, she's polyamorous though, right? Boy, we are cooked as a society, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another person desperately trying to make something out of this, saying, can you at least make Luca, another character, bisexual for Pride Month? What would that do for you? Would that make you feel better? Would that make your month? I mean, the fact that you need fictional characters and their identity to line up with yours or your desires is incredibly pathetic. Let's just call it what it is. It's
It is.
incredibly pathetic. But here's
I'm trying to be nice, but like it just is. Cannot accept. You can't accept the like the creator's view. So here's something I recommend to you. If you don't like it, go either write your own fan service or go make your own series. Make your own comic series. Go be original. Otherwise, just like leave the dude alone. Like why are you bothering him so much?
another quote saying, people, Marionette is lesbian and
Uh huh.
Adrian is a trans woman who uses he slash she
Yeah.
pronouns. Y'all just
Translated from Portuguese.
don't have the vision. Uh, do I have to say anything, ladies and gentlemen? Here's another response where this user says, this comes off as super homophobic. We
Okay. If you can't see that profile image, that looks like Marge wearing a Chinese hat. I'm not gonna say anything more than that.
We've seen this before. When someone makes up headcanon about your own character's identity and you dispel that, you're homophobic,
Yep,
transphobic, whatever.
I've seen it
We've seen
happen
this
many
before,
times.
but you can see another person saying, during Pride Month too, bro.
Bro, somebody asked the question, so he just answered.
Is there ever a good or bad time to dispel lies about your own public statements or the identity of your own characters? I don't get it. But here's a person who was spamming the creator.
I'm gonna be nice here for a second, or give some information. I'm not in the best mood right now. I'm not 100% into it because like I got off work uh fucking like at 4. It's now like 8 or 9. Was it 9? It's 9 o'clock. So this, I'm sorry to say I'm not into it that much right now, but I'm doing the best I can right now. This this does irritate me. I'm also trying to keep myself in check. And this like one of the guys that replied. So apparently the tweet where he said Marinetta would be girlfriends with isn't a bi confirmation. Let's see. If you're talking about this doesn't look like the same profile post.
Saying, so
I don't
apparently the
know.
tweet where he said Marionette would be girlfriends with Mirabelle isn't a bi confirmation.
When you say girlfriends, also, I hope they realize like girlfriends could actually mean girl friends, where they're friends. But hey,
Oh. So if someone reposts art, I guess, that must confirm something officially, right?
no, it's just fan art. People like fan art. Nice.
Well, the creator says in France, you kiss your friends on the cheeks to say hello. Kissing doesn't automatically imply a romantic relationship. Well, you have to understand the sort of crowd you're talking to, where
You wasting
anything,
your
no matter
breath.
how benign, creates immense levels of headcanon and assumptions. But again, as I stated, this is the sort of audience this person is attracting, right? When your entire account as a creator of a show is nothing but activism and virtue signaling, you attract very unhinged, terminally online individuals who act like this. So I don't know why Thomas is too surprised here, but he was within every right to dispel not only assumptions about his character, but assumptions about his own words, because he never said anything about the identity of this character. And people would see his response saying he's backtracking. Whether that's true or not, maybe he got a little too big for his britches, trying to go
Hmm.
after his own by dispelling their headcanon, but no, doesn't change his initial response. And as he says, I'm not backtracking, I'm fed up with you inventing things I never said. And telling these people no, these petulant children on Twitter, is a very, very earth shattering thing for them. They cannot stand this. It drives them insane. But yeah, that is the situation. It's a pretty funny one, ladies and
French.
gentlemen, but
Look, the French. The French is down here. I get that the feeling that you're afraid to just come out and say that she's straight. The French, the best.
that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving this video a
I'm
like.
joking right
Consider
now. Okay, I'm gonna give a quick take here. I don't like the guy. I don't like his show because really it's made for children. And I don't really care for it. But that being said, like I don't think he deserves the hate he's getting for his tweet for saying like No. So I don't believe he deserves that kind of hate. Now you want to hate on for something else he said online, like that makes sense, but like for that shit, like it don't make much sense to me. But hey, to each their own. I encourage you not do such things. I encourage to watch shows you like, support creators you like. Don't go harassing people. It's not worth it. Well, this was an awesome video. Again, the link will be down in the description below for his channel and this video. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and if you did, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be back next week on Monday. Later.